Hey guys, it's Max, and I'm bringing you all an update to my Blue Eyes deck profile. And as you can see from the extra deck monster, it is, and the thumbnail, it is a Blue Eyes Draco Tail build. So, took this to my locals on Friday. I believe, actually, no, was it Sunday? Yeah, I think it was Sunday. Friday or Saturday, whichever one it was. I went 2-1. Unfortunately, we did lose against one of our the fucking stacker himself, as you'll see in the profile in the dual vids that's coming up. But the deck did perform really well. There is a few changes I should make, but other than that, I feel this build is pretty solid for what it's worth. So I'm gonna be showing you the main extra inside. And if you like the video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. So let's get into it. For the Blue Eyes core, we are rocking still the double Blue Eyes White Dragon, the triple Sage with Eyes of Blue, and the triple Maiden of White. Very standard, very much how Blue Eyes decks play now, unless you're playing the legendary Cyberman. These need no introduction, but for those that don't know, Maiden, when she's in your hand, you can discard her, or you can tribute her while she's on the field to place True Light from your hand, deck, or grave face up to your field. And if you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can summon her from the graveyard. And when she's attacked or targeted by a card effect, she can summon a level 1 Light Tuner or Blue Eyes White Dragon straight from the grave. Sage is your searcher for all your level 1 Light Tuners, and you can activate him from your hand by pitching him and targeting an effect monster you control to send it to the graveyard to summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. And Blue Eyes is Blue Eyes. Next, we have the Blue Eyes spells and traps, being the 3 wishes for Eyes of Blue. You can definitely play this at 2, but with how many cards I have in this deck, this is a 50 card version. You do want to see your starter cards as much as possible. Plus, now that we have Rahu Dracotail, that's a bit more of an Ash target, so it does make playing this a little bit more safer. Next, we have the Mausoleum of White to give us an extra normal summon and dump our Blue Eyes into the graveyard. And our E-Telly for our Blue Eyes White Dragon. Also, it can be used as a fusion spell from the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there. Next, we have our beautiful Starlight True Light and the One Majesty of the White Dragons. These things should at least got an ultra rare as well. Konami did us dirty, but oh well. Now for the Dracotail core, which is the main point of this deck, we have the one Dracotail pan, which I did think about. I'll save it for the later. We have the pan, the Urgula, the 3 Phimena, the 1 Lucius, the 1 Dracotail Malulu, and the 1 Dracotail Pixel. So, points about this deck that I did notice. I was seeing too many of these in my hand. Well, there's a few times I opened up with Phimena, which is godly, but I had no other Dracotail to fuse with. So, obviously the shortage of names does make it hard to play again on the opponent's turn. So yeah, the names definitely can be bumped up. Maybe I'll end up playing a second Urgula or a second Pan, or even another Malulu or Lucius, but that's in for another profile update or when I go to locals today. But yeah, for Dracotails, if you don't know, all of them have the same effect where they set a Dracotail spell and trap card when they're used as fusion material, and they all do a different effect. Pan destroys a monster, and when the Dracotail monster you control is destroyed, you can target a non-Dracotail fusion and summon it back to your field by putting this on the bottom of your deck. Pan pops a spell and trap card, non-targeting. All the 1, 2, and 3 non-target do something. Non-target to monster, non-target to spell, and he can put himself on the bottom of the deck and add the spellcaster back to your hand. And Malulu is a monster negate. and it's also during either player's turn, main phase, quick fusion. Lucius is your searcher for all of your Draco Tail monsters, and Phimena is our Edgem Scythe, if you would, of this deck. And if you don't know, Edgem Scythe is basically confusion summon during your opponent's turn in the main phase. And Pixel, when normal to special summon, you can target a Draco Tail monster on your field, summon it back, and then add a monster from your field to your hand. So summon this, target something like Phimena, summon it, and then you can add even the Phimena back. Next, we do have the spell cards, being 3 Ketu Draco Tail. This is your rota for your Draco Tail monsters, and can be used as a fusion spell while your opponent controls a monster. And I only played the 1 Rahu simply because I can recycle it, and it's a fusion lock card, and it's a branded fusion, but only for Draco Tail monsters. And the only 2 that we have require you to have a monster in hand to summon with. So I'd rather see Ketu more than I do see Rahu, because again, can set it, can recycle it, all the works, and it does lock you. So you want to do all of your plays before you activate it. Next, we have the Flame that negates a spell card, Horn that bounces an attack position monster on the field, and Dracotail Sting, which can banish a monster and or spell a trap card from your opponent's grave by targeting. And they all share the same effect, where you can target one of your Dracotail cards that is in your grave or banish, and by putting them on the bottom of the deck, and then you draw a card. So all 3 of these can recycle each other, which is pretty phenomenal. Also, you guys can let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this works in both ways. This card says target a monster and a spell attack card in the opponent's grave, or spell attack card in the opponent's grave. So I'm pretty sure you can target a monster that's on their field, but if they don't have a monster on their field, you can target a monster that's in their graveyard, as well as a spell and trap card, should they have one. So I'm pretty sure that's how you can use this card. If you guys know or not, let me know in the comments, because ruling questions do take a long while to get updated, especially with new cards, but I'm 99% sure that's how this card works, which makes it even better. Now, for the non-engine of the deck, we have 3 Fuwalos, the 2 Ghost Ogre, the 2 Ash Blossom, and the 2 Effect Veiler. Reason I'm only running 2 of each of these hand traps is because I don't want to brick with them, which I did brick a few times, which cost me the game in most cases. Well, in the sense that I couldn't play on turn 0. And 2, Ash and Ogre can only be used once, and plus I can recycle them with Arthalion. So let's not clog my hand up with too many hand traps and not be able to play. Veiler is Veiler because we can search it with the blue eye stuff, and we can recycle it alongside the Dracotail stuff along with Arthalion's effect. And Fuwalos is Fuwalos because, we need a maxi in the format. We have the 1 Crossout Designator, the 1 Call By, and the 1 Triple Tactics. The 3 God cards of the deck. The main cards you would hit with Crossout is for Fuwalos, the Ash, or even the Call By, should the opponent hit you with it, as well as the 3 Infinite Impermanents. That's it for the main deck, a solid 50. Now, into the extra deck. Extra deck, we do have the 1 Dracotail Gulamel. I'm playing only 1 of it because extra deck space is tight, plus this can be recycled with the Dracotail Pixel, or even the trap cards. So yeah, when you activate a Dracotail card or effect, you can activate this card. You can destroy a card on the opponent's field, and This and Arthalion share the same effect. When 2 or more monsters are sent to the graveyard at the same time, you can summon them from the grave or banish them when they leave the field. So, only really need to play one of this because you can recycle it, as I said, and it's just there for like turn 3 or so, or turn 2, turn 3, however you do about it. We have the Secretarian Dragon to beat the mirror match or the matchup against Dragon and Spellcaster decks, as well as him having another effect. You can target a spell and spellcaster and dragon in your graveyard, summon one, and if you do, you place the other on the bottom of your deck. So this can also recycle the Gulamail. We also have the Mysterion, that's a killer card against things that only have one type of monster. So it uses against Yummy, Malice, all that. Next we have the 2 Dracotail Arthalion. On Fusion Summon, you can shuffle cards from either player's field or graveyard based on the number of monsters you use from the hand, and you'll see in the dual replays that I did use quite a few monsters from my hand in one of the games. We have the Starlight Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, along with the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, standard for the Blue Eyes Fusion package. Then I played the 2 Yummy Killer in Blue Eyes Spirit, because this card always has always had the floodgate that I found very powerful. That's saying neither player can summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. So even if they have Obedient School, they can use it, but they only summon, well, they can't use it actually because you have to summon 3. They can't use Obedient School. They can use the Synchros, but they're only summoning 1 with their effect. So that severely limits them, and it has a graveyard negation effect. Along with the Lightstorm Dragon for more back row hate, and the Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Then for the links, I have the 2 Spirit with Eyes of Blue, the 1 Hieratic Seal, and the 1 SP Little Knight, which is also Starlight. That's it for the extra deck. Now for the side, which definitely, I feel it was good. Maybe it could use a bit more work, but it was a pretty solid side deck. So for more draw power, because it's just 50 cards, I do side the 3 Parelia. And for combo decks, I have the 2 Nib, which I believe I sided against Yummy in my duel match with it, but maybe I didn't because I didn't see it. But if I had this, I definitely would have won. I have the 1 Dark Ruler, the 1 Starlight Harpy's Feather Duster, and the 1 Lightning Storm, all to complement my double triple tactics thrust. And for the traps, we have the lone 1 Judgment, the 1 D-Barrier, and the 3 powerful Solemn Strike. So I didn't record the match my friend Kamon did, and hopefully the dual video is proper because something did happen with the camera and the recording, so hopefully the match did record all the way through. But in game 2 or 3, I believe it was, I had Tyrant Dragon, and I had Strike, Solemn Judgment, and the Majesty with Eyes of Blue. And because he I got him in a spot where he didn't really have monsters like that, every time Tyrant Dragon battles, it sets a trap card back from your graveyard. So I recycled Strike back like twice, and I recycled the Majesty back. And it was just GG's from there, guys. I wish I got it recorded, but he records as well, so I felt like I didn't need to. But, I guess live and learn for the next time. But that's going to be it for this profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, as I said before. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I do upload. And next, I do have coming up later this week, I do have the Typhon stuff, guys. I wasn't lying to you, so Be ready for a Typhoon deck profile coming up this week. Post Dude. God, that's still such a horrible name. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.